Hello, welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. I know it's been about 2 weeks, I think, since I've been on, but I've been busy making things, and so today I want to show them to you. I have a couple of things. This is a ephemera holder for, whoever. It'll be for sale in my Etsy shop. And I made it out of envelopes, long envelopes, about 5 by, I would say 11 inches long. And unfortunately they were orangey yellow, that shipping packing color of envelopes. And I wasn't thinking about it when I put it together. So it took me a lot longer after I put it together to cover it all up, to cover up that orange because, well, it just, you still see a little bit of it, like you can see here. Maybe you can see here some of that orange peeking through, but I pretty much got it all taken care of. I think that's the only page that's still showing the orange, and I didn't want to put any more lace on it because I just felt like I had enough lace and enough trim, and so whoever gets it, you'll have to know that there is that one thing. These are, I don't know if they're shipping envelopes or not. They were regular envelopes, but they were really long. And when I saw them, I thought, oh, cool. I could make a tall, skinny journal. I'm glad I didn't do that. So anyways, that's what's in here, and I will show you that. And then I have made some tags. One of these tags, this tag here, is actually in the envelope ephemera holder. But I also made a couple extra sets to put in my Etsy shop. So these are nice big tags. They go in a journal real nice. So I will show you those as well. And then a friend of mine, most of you have heard me say her name a few times, Angie, sent me a beautiful look art book that she made, and it's not real big, so I'm going to take you through that. And actually I think I'll take you through that right now because I don't want to run out of time on my what do you call it, camera. Okay, so actually this is the front and the back. She used a beautiful doily, which I thought was really clever of her, to make the front and the back. I hope I'm getting it all in. Maybe if I put it down there, you can see how perfect that is. And this is pearlized textured paper, an off-white or maybe a silver white, I don't know. And then she put fussy cutted. She hates to fussy cut, yet she fussy cutted all these corners. And I did notice that, Angie. And you hate to do that, so I appreciate it that you did that. And this is just a look book, art book, and you'll see. It's an envelope. She put it together with envelopes. And here's a flip up. And I've sent her a journal, so she said thank you. And here's all these little cutouts and lace. And in here is a pocket. She has this most beautiful laser cut paper that she has shared with me, and she used this as a pocket for this front page, which I thought was really nice. And a pretty tag, and another tag for art's sake. And then this pretty over here, I hope you can see it all, is a flip. And then she's decorated. This is one of my graphics, and this is something I sent her for her to wrap her lace around. She's a black lady, so I wanted to send her some black little girls, Victorian. She loves Victorian, and she could put her trims around that. But look at all the trims she put in here. Oh my gosh, and these pretty roses. And this is more of the laser cut paper. I have to be really careful with this. And look at all the lace down here. Okay, and she put a chair. I don't know where she got that, but she got it. And here is more of a sticker. And then here's some stickers. And then this is one of my girls that I sent her. And she decorated up the dress and put a lot of lace over here. Very pretty. And she put under it, she put some more laser cut paper in between the envelopes to give it kind of a lacy look. And then down here she has tea and kind of like tea and crumpets, with donuts and cupcakes. This is a really nice sticker. It's 3D. And all these pretty lace trims and all this lace she put on here. Oh my gosh. Oh, and look at this dress. This dress is gorgeous. She put all of this ruffle on here. She used to be a miniature artist, and she sold in the big gifts, what do you call them? You know, like in Chicago at the gift shows, at the shows. So she really knows how to do that kind of thing and put it on this beautiful laser cut paper. So pretty. And then over here she has a mannequin that she cut and she decorated. And then this is a mannequin that I had sent her for, it's a chipboard mannequin to put lace around, and she took it and decorated it. I think she did a beautiful job. And look at all these little bolts of fabric and jewels and lace, and look at that little pin cushion. And the scissors and a spool of thread and all of this up here and all this gold. You know, it's like you have a really rich home, which I don't. And all of these, and I love these tiny little cards. I don't know if you can see them. Look at that tiny little rose that she made, flower. Oh my gosh, just beautiful. Gives you ladies some ideas what you can do with just a few tiny things and put in your journals. And then this page is just gorgeous. All the browns, and she's got this brown applique there. And then this opens up and there's more stickers and more roses and beautiful stuff and all this beautiful trim. Angie really did a beautiful job on this. I love it. Oh, and this is one of the paper dolls. I have these dolls in my shop, and they don't have clothes for the bottom. You have to put that on yourself, and they are listed as paper dolls, Victorian paper dolls. And she had bought some from me, and this is one of them. And then she made this beautiful dress to add to it, to the lady. And then all of this with the roses and the laser cut paper and more roses here and leaves and laser cut paper. Oh my goodness. Just so beautiful. So many things. So inspirational. You could put this on a shelf, and when you've got company or you want something beautiful to look at, you can show it off and go, look at this. Is this not gorgeous? I mean, seriously. I took it to my ladies' Bible study group, and they just went wild for it. Especially the paper doll. They just went nuts for that paper doll. They just thought it was gorgeous. So thank you so much, Angie. This is just beautiful, and I will always treasure it. Thank you so much. And so now to my fiasco here, but it turned out okay. I mean, I covered it. I've got a lot of bridal lace trim going on here. And these papers, this paper is my own. Everything in here is my own graphics. I make my own graphics. I sell them in my shop too. But I like to make things more than I do put the graphics up. But anyways, here's the bottom with some pretty lace. I don't know if I'm going to have to get in here closer. And this is an envelope here. This opens. This is between two envelopes. And inside, I've put some furniture. And I cut this out in case you wanted to frame something or someone. And you'll see how I've used these in further on in, because I've used them too. And a little cabinet. And then here is one that's just a little different. I like shabby chic as well. And so behind it, I put this cute tag of a mannequin and their hat. Trying to do shabby chic and vintage. I tend to like them both, and so I end up mixing them together. And this is a tag that I made, and I think it looks kind of modern and kind of vintage. And then I hand dyed this Venice lace here, and I had a whole bunch of it that I had sold, and I had some left over, so I thought, well, I'll use it. And then over here is a little vase, and I put a ribbon rose there, store-bought. I did not make it. And then here's some roses at the top here, and this is part of the paper. I like shabby chic paper. And there is no opening here, but here you can see the orange envelope. So then we get to these 2 pages, and I made this, it says antiques, and put a flower there. And this opens up, and there's a little bit of a pad here. This is not really a journal. This is really for storage, because I put a lot of places storage in here and tags. And then I made this here with a bow, and it says memories, and I put lace behind it. And then this is an envelope I made out of, this is my own graphics, all of it is, that I made out of tracing paper. And you open it up, and here's another vintage dresser, and you could always put a picture behind there to, you know, take and put in a journal. You don't have to leave it in here. You can use it in a journal and frame somebody's picture that you wanted to frame. And it doesn't even have to be a relative. It could be a vintage woman, a Victorian woman, to add to your page. And then over here, I turned this into, well, not an envelope, but, you know, yeah, I guess you would say envelope. And I put these tags in there. More vintage mannequins. I'm stuck with the mannequins. I like them. And this is, Angie had sent me this paper. She loves the laser cut, but she got this at Joann Fabrics just recently. So I thought, wow, it really just dresses up a plain page, you know. And then I put my own, I fussy cut this out, printed it, and put that on there to kind of dress that up too. So you can put anything in there. And this is the envelope, and the design that I made for it, some vintage women. And then I took a page from Angie's book, not literally, but I took what she did and made it into this. And let me see. Well, this is a tag that goes there, okay? This is a little vanity or dresser with a lamp. And then here's a place where you could write anything you want. And this is one of those tags that I was showing you earlier. I'm going to have to glue that down. Then I just made that a tuck spot to put that tag in there. So what I've added here is a couple of sewing thread things, some needles, buttons, flowers, and a mannequin with a dress on it. So I'll put that in carefully. Then over here we have 2 more pockets, and down here I've kind of loaded up the pocket with this, with these pictures. I don't know if you can see them. I got them close enough. I can't see what I'm doing most of the time. This camera's just, oh, cameras, you know. Okay, there's a picture. Tag. You can make these into journaling tags. Anything, put them on a page. They go very nicely. And I put some dyed applique from a wedding gown. I put that on here. And this is also my paper. The things that are in here are not on my website or my Etsy shop. I haven't listed the graphics because I make graphics constantly, and trying to list them all, whew, it just, oh, I don't know. I'd rather play with them and make something with them than put them on in my Etsy shop. And I do have a lot of graphics on there, but not these particular ones. And this is a picture of a dress shop in the 1950s. You can see the car. Okay, and then just fashion boutique, a tag that I made. And these are, let's see, when we get to the next page, oh, I didn't bring one over. But these are tags that you can decorate. There's 4 different styles, and they're cut out of 140-pound cardstock, so they're nice and heavy, nice and firm. They're not chipboard, but they're close. So over here, okay, this is where I'll show you the rest of them. So now we've got this whole page. These are so long, it's hard to get it all in. I'll go up here for now, but here's the bottom. I've got some real pretty dangle leaves and trim on there, and some applique over here. And here is a dresser, and I put a mannequin in there, and you can store your tags behind it. And here's a couple of tags that I made to put in there. You can do with whatever you want. And then this is a decorative element that I also made. And then I made this bag out of vellum. I love to make stuff out of vellum and tracing papers. So let me show you. And in here I made a couple of tags. I made these tags, and you can write on the back of them, and it says girly girl. Even though it's vintage, it's kind of modern. She's kind of whimsical. So, and then I put bows on there, so you can tuck those right in there. And you can open that up. Oh, it didn't go in. I'll put it in afterwards. You can open that up, and over here is a pocket. And I have put some little tags in here and some more of these mannequins that you can decorate. Put lace along the bottom and decorate them up, and another little tag. So I tried to fill it up with a lot of stuff. And then over here you open this. This opens, and another pocket, and I put this little girl with her dress. See, I'm going back and forth between shabby chic and vintage. I can't help it. It's the way it is. I love it all, really. And then if you wanted to write something there, you could, to keep track of something. And then these are roses that I have made and cut out on my Cricut machine. And this is just lace, and I had made that. And then, like I said, you come over here and you've got this dresser, and you've got those tags behind it. So, and you have a vanity stool as well. And then I did make a pocket here, and you can see the orange inside, but not on the outside while you're looking at it. And let's take out the tags that I put in there. Here is a mannequin tag, and then this pretty woman, she's walking her poodles. This is shabby chic, and maybe this is vintage. You just have to, you know. And I don't know what that is, but I think it's cool. And I like the picture, so I said, why not? You know, give yourself a variety, and you can do a lot of different things instead of just one thing. And then over here, this is the last pages, because there's, like, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 there. And then this is a pocket right here. Oh, you can't see it. That's a pocket. This is more of my paper that I made. And I've also put some applique on the edge here. And in the pocket, I put this dress tag that I made. Now, these dress tags, undecorated, are in my shop. Like that, and you can decorate them and put your own lace on them and everything. And this is also in my shop, and it is a fabric swatch or lace swatch. You know, oh, I don't know what you call it. But anyways, you can put, I'll show you, I think, where did I put that? Where did I put that? Maybe on the front? No. Maybe in here. Oh, yes, in there. Okay. I will show you that in a minute. So I attached this to this cardstock thing so that it won't come off, but it could easily be removed and used in a different way, you know. So you open this up. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 right here, pages. And over here, I put a bag that I printed. It's a glassine bag, and then I printed this on vellum. And over here, this is what I'm talking about. It's one of those fabric or lace swatch cards. And I glued this down so that it doesn't give anybody trouble when you take it in and out of the bag. And then I just decorated. I left that flap open, so I just decorated underneath the bag before I put the bag in, of course. You know, I decorated with some applique and some trim and some lace. and some yarn. And then over here, I put this lady, which also, or mannequin, is a tag that I use, but this tag does not go in there. It's just her on here. And what I've got, take out the tags. I'm giving you some frames that you can frame some pictures if you want in a journal. Some more dresses, vintage mannequins, shabby boutique tag, and this tag. So I give you quite a few of those to play with and to use in a journal. And that goes right in there, and that folds. And then over here, let's see if you can see that whole page. Okay, it's got applique here and lace there, and this whole thing is a pocket. So I'm going to bring it back down now, show you the tags. Okay, so these, we have 3 tags. Here we are with a shabby chic, even though it's vintage, a vintage car, and then real vintage mannequins. Did you see that one? Okay, and then mannequins. These are kind of whimsical, kind of fun. I'm not the real serious type to go with all the old prints. I like them, and I see them, and I use them, and I've made journals with them, but I like to do something a little more colorful. That would be the thing. Because with the old vintage, just the brown and the creams, for me it gets tiring. I like to have color. I love color. And then this is the back of the ephemera holder. And I put more of my paper, used paper, and bridal trim, lace, appliques. Now, something I can tell you about this applique is this came off of an organza skirt. Probably a little girl's skirt, these did. And what I do is I cut around it, and then I use fabric tack, and I glue it down, and you cannot tell. I mean, you have to look at it close. But it from a distance, let's say, and it doesn't have to be 50 feet away or anything, but even me just picking it up right now and looking at it, until I look at it close, it just looks like it's part of the paper. And the one thing that I love about working with paper and fabric is that you can make it look like fabric, but it's paper, which, I don't know, that to me is just really cool. And I just thought, oh, did I show you this tag? There's a tag in here too. This is a glassine bag, and it has one of the dress tags on it that I made. Now these dress tags are in my shop, and I think there's like 35 of them that you can decorate yourself, and these are just a couple. I think I used 3 in here. And what I do, I thought I'd just give you a little hint of how I decorate. I will decorate every page with my papers first. And then, like on this page, this is an applique. And I don't exactly know what I'm going to do when I put it down, but if I like the way it looks, I will put lace on pages, and I like the way it looks, I will glue it. Then I find something else that matches it. Then I'll start putting in the pockets, okay? So after I'm all done, and I know that I want to flip out envelope, I want this, I want to flip out somewhere, you know, a scrappy pad, and I start picking up my stuff and putting it down. I do all of that. Then I go back and I'll say, what else could I decorate to make this look better? What have I left out? Like this heart here. This was, you know, it has lace fabric on it, and then you have all your laser cut paper. But just to kind of top it off, this heart went with all these colors, and you take this out, and you can tell that the 2 of them really match and go well. So even when the tag isn't there, you have this to use without the tag, and it all looks great even without a tag there. So here's the tag, And like I should have done something on here, but I like that rose. I like this paper, but I didn't want, you know, I don't know. I wanted to put more. So I put this applique on there. I put what I thought looked pretty. And over here, same thing. This was a nice page. There, I like all the colors go well together. And the tags look nice, the image. But what else could I have added? Just to decorate, just to dress it up. And I had this lace. And I only had that much of lace in on my drawer. So I said, I wonder what that would look like. And I put that on there and closed this up. And I thought it looked pretty good. So I said, fine. So then I came back later and I added the rosebuds. Now I was going to put something up here, but I thought no, because I put it up here. And I thought that would be too clashy if I put something over here too. I've got a lot of lace down at the bottom. And I love the lace, but I wanted something. This was pretty plain. I wanted something to bring out this lace, so I found some green satin ribbon, just tied a bow and put it on there. And this was already on there. This was not. There was nothing. It was just the check. And I thought, well, I love this pink lace. I got it off of a little girl's dress. And so I put that on there, and it still seemed kind of empty. So I had this that I had just printed out. I printed out a bunch of these. And I cut it out. I did not use my Cricut machine because I don't know what I was thinking when I cut them out. But I forgot to do that. And then when I came over here, same thing here. This is a last minute type thing because I love the paper. I love this look. But there was something you can add to paper. Paper is wonderful to layer. I love layering. And so that's what I did. And here I added more trim. And over here was just kind of like this crazy applique, which didn't really go with anything. I said, you know what? It doesn't look too bad there. I think I'll put it there. So that's how I decorate. I decorate plain, and then I go through and I just start adding and I just start layering. I like this layer. I like this base. And then I add something else. And over here you can see there's lace up here and some roses. They're paper roses, but they're pretty. And without that in there, you've got that. And I could have cut that out, but I didn't want to, so I didn't. And I found a tag that I thought, you know, the roses frame this real nicely. And I had made this a month ago and didn't know what to do with it, but I thought it fit in here just nicely. And we're talking about style and fashion, so Paris is the place to be, right? Maybe not today, but some other days it used to be. So anyways, that's how I go about decorating my journals and my holders, whatever they may be. And we'll just give you, I'm going to give you a closer look at these tags. They're, I believe they're 6 inches long. I know they're 3 inches wide. They're 6 because the mannequins are 5 inches, so they have to be 6. And here again, I just layered with some applique. I cut these little spools out on my Cricut machine, added some trim. Of course, this is mine. I cut that out. I made this on in my graphic program. But what I did on the card for the dots, because I love polka dots, I made the tag is just like this when I made it. So I printed out some polka dots on vellum, and then I added the vellum over that, and now it's not plain anymore. And it's enough that I don't have to do a lot of decorating. I did on these. I don't know. I really didn't do that much. But I put the sign up and the bow. You know, I just went through. I started out with her and the sign. And I love buttons and I love spools. So anyways, I have 2 sets of these in my Etsy shop if you're interested. They're there. And I think I'll be doing more tags. I really, really enjoyed doing these tags. They were a lot of fun. And they're very 3D. I like the layering. I like the buttons and all of that. So anyways, thank you for stopping by. And I hope you like this video. And if you do, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.